G'day guys and girls, BazzaBox here, and today we are playing more of My Summer Car. Now last time I left here I just went shopping in the last episode. Fucked up a little bit. Instead of putting my groceries inside and saving the game, I saved straight away. So everything exploded in here. So I'm just going to leave them in here. This can be my food truck. Hungry, go to the food truck. Now today I am going to be working on the engine. This is like my favourite bit on this whole game. As you can see, I stacked all this nicely, and as soon as you load in, everything just sort of falls over the place. I don't know how that works, but I don't really care. I like having a bit of space to work with. I don't like having it on the bench. It's, you know, you could probably pick this engine up by yourself, but after you put bits on it, it'd be ridiculous. So as you can see, there are a lot of parts to go on this engine. It's not too difficult if you know a little bit about engines. I watch plenty of YouTube videos and car building and stuff like that, so it's sort of not too hard for me. So we'll get into it. If you guys know, just leave in the comments about these spark plugs. Because on this game you got an O2 sensor that actually, first of all, let me start putting parts on it, then I'll ramble on with that shit. Put the crank in first. So yeah, with the spark plugs, you got O2 sensors on this game. Put the main bearings on. With my car, I look at the spark plugs to see how if it's running lean or it's running rich, if there's oil in it, which most of the time you can't read it, it's just oil everywhere on my car. So I was wondering if anyone's tried on this game. I'm going to test it out a little later when the car's all together. If the ends of the spark plugs change colour. I was just thinking about that the other day. I don't know, you never take it out on this game, I don't think, the spark plugs. I think that'd be a really good way to check your idling on this car, or just setting the carb up on this game. Normally the first thing I buy on this game is the O2 sensor. Just makes life a little easier getting the car around. I've never gone to the mechanic on this game. I think his name's Fratelli or something. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really gone up to see him to get it tuned. But this time I think, just because I really want to win this race, I'm going to go get it tuned with him. Alright, so we'll put the cam in now. You want to make sure on this game when you put the cam or I'll put the cam in first. I'm going to say I don't know if I want to put the cam or the pistons in first. But yeah. This is going to be the real annoying bit, just crouching down, grabbing this. Stop. Let me do that. Can't be the small. It is the smallest one. Okay. I don't know the. I'm not reading off a thing or anything, so I don't know the sizes. Never had to do it the first playthrough either. I did do a couple of mistakes. It was a lot of trial and error. It took me a long time to do it the first time. But I don't think it's going to take me nearly as long, even with me stuffing about. So we'll put this in here. Piston number 1 should click in. I have to stand up for this one. Just ran them in. Don't have to find the end caps for these. There, as soon as you put them in, they're ready to go on. I like how they haven't tried to overcomplicate it with all, because it would just be a big mess. Like trying to find end caps for this, and you got main bearings. And I think it's a good level of difficulty. Like there's not too many parts, but it's enough. It's pretty in depth, like how much you got to do. Actually, it's very impressed with it. That's why I keep on coming back to play this game. All right, got to sort of eyeball it. You haven't got anything, because I know there's sheets out there that will, or there's websites or something. Got to make sure all these nuts and screws are on perfectly. Otherwise, we'll have problems a little later. Sort of driving along, engine blows up, you wonder why. It's probably because one bolt wasn't on proper. I haven't had an issue with the engine yet. Every time I build it, sort of make sure everything's in. Sometimes I do have difficulty with the car body though. Sometimes I miss some just because it's a lot more room or a lot more space. You got to sort of search for bolts, and some of them can be quite tricky to get to. And I had a lot of problems with exhaust. Alright, I think the pan can go on now. Okay, good one. Bam. Alright, what size are you? Perfect. Yeah, I had a lot of problem with exhaust last time. I had to watch a couple of videos to see how other people did it. After you sort of know what to do, it's not too hard. You just put a jack on the side and place it in the right position, and it should click right in. Make sure you get all the bolts, and you got to make sure. Remember to put that in, otherwise you're just gonna leak oil. And just if you see something and you know it's gonna be little later on, it's just a good idea just to fix it up before you get too in depth. I wanted to put this on before I started putting the front of the engine on. Hopefully I still can. Just wanted to put this on because those bolts, sometimes I forget to do them because I don't see them. So there's that. So I've done the bottom. I think the top will do next. Then I'll work the front and the back. And yeah, still deciding if I'm going to put the carby and it's not extractors. I think it's headers. Yeah, the headers on it. Just because it's not that it's difficult, more difficult to put it in there. It's just whenever I put engines into a car, all that stuff's not on it. Real life it's easier. I'm not sure if it's easier on this thing, but that's the way I want to do it. But we'll see how time's going. If I've got a bit of extra time, beautiful, same spanner as well. If I've got a bit of extra time, I'll throw that on. If I want to get the engine done with the transmission at least, that way it's all set to go in the car after I do that. The next couple of episodes are just me, just going to be just putting the car together. I'll start with the rear end. The rear end really doesn't take too long. It'll be a pretty short episode too. The front one might be a bit longer. This one could be a bit long too, because seeing that people try to speed run or the engine building, and I'm doing 45 minutes to do the whole engine, so I might make cuts in it. Not 100% sure, but it's starting to look like an engine already, and we're only 5 minutes in or so, 10 minutes in. So that's all in. Bam. This one's going to be a different size. They look bigger to me, so we'll go size up. Perfect. You see there's little screws there. That's how you adjust the valves. I'm not sure what the optimal like setting is for them, but I found that as long as they're not ticking, the engine's not ticking when you're messing around with it, I try to find the sort of center spot. That sort of does well for me. Alright, throw the spark plugs in real quick. First one or the last one? I think they put them in order, so I forget to do something. Forgot to do that. I just didn't go in. Because my memory's pretty shit, I can't remember if I did the bottom of the pistons or not. Ooh, well, it's gonna be very interesting if I forgot to do it. Interesting episode when I start up the engine. Anyway, I'm pretty forgetful, guys. Can't help it. I try, but yeah, my attention span and my memory are pretty bad. But what can you do? Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. I'm a bit disappointed. I've tried painting this engine. I would really like to be able to paint this engine. I reckon that would have been a real good feature in this game. Alright, so I'll do that sump plug before I forget. I believe I don't think it's the biggest one. I think the biggest one's pretty much just for putting your tyres on. So there we go. Put the rocket cover on. That's pretty much the top and the bottom of this thing. Pretty small spanner. But I think it's the smallest though. There we go. Starting to look like an engine. It'll look a lot better after we put all the front end on and that belt goes on the final piece of the front, and it really comes together. Alright, so there's the top and the bottom done. We will start working on the front, yeah. So we want the cam gear first. Last time I played this, I spent ages trying to find a gear for the crank. The gear's already on there. It's part of the crank. Oh, maybe the big one is on here too. No. Second. No. Third. Really? Okay, maybe I was just too far away. No. I think I've checked this one already, but there we go. Alright, well that's together. Put the chain on. Easy. I don't think that goes on next. I think the cover goes on next. Then we put the water pump. Then the note. Saying I don't think so. Why is that? What am I forgetting? I don't think this goes on before it. Does it? Doesn't look like it. We'll try it. Okay, I didn't want to pick it up. There we go. Same one as the can. Alright, let's try doing it now. Yeah, see? Yeah, I don't think that goes there. So we'll take that off. I think just a bit more fiddling around with it, I think should go on. I'm sure the water pump goes on after it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll throw the water pump on it now, see if it'll go on. Alrighty, we've got a bit of difficulty here. This thing's just not playing ball. Maybe we need to put this in first. There. There's only one bolt there. It's really small. It's gonna be like this. There we go. Alright. Actually, I just want to see something with this. I want to see if you twist this. Nope. Alright, maybe now. I don't know why that would affect it, but yeah, still no go. Maybe because the sump's on, maybe. So we'll take the sump off, I guess. Should write these down one day. So yeah, I'm not sure how people normally do this when they time themselves, if it's got to be put together, put in a car, make sure it runs or not. But we're about halfway through this probably, and about 15 minutes into the video, or me recording the video. I don't know how I'm going to edit this down or not. Yeah, looks like, yeah, I want to just put that in too early. Okay, one more bolt. Drop. On. There we go. What we want to see. No. Okay, let's go in like that. There we go. Lots of bolts in this one. Make sure they're all the way in. Don't right click by accident because it will just fall off. Just so you know. I did that to demonstrate for you what happens when you right click. That's me doing it for real. So if you guys have played this game, let me know how what's your process of building the car? Do you build the car first? Do you build the engine first? Yeah, if you use guides or if you try to wing it yourself. I think it's a bit more fun if you try to wing it yourself. It's pretty straightforward, like just with the shapes of everything. Like some things you might have to look up, but I think just get into it. Just use a bit of logical thinking. You should be able to do it. Yeah, just sort of knew a bit about engine. I played a lot of Mechanic Simulator, I think it is. I really like them games. So I learned a little bit there too. Just general car stuff. Just seeing lots of videos, worked a bit on cars with my old man, so never really built a whole engine before though. It's one thing I haven't done. Where did I put that? There it is. Now, I can't remember if this was a big one or not. How big? It's probably this one. Okay, that one's probably that one. See, I can't remember. There we go. This one's probably that one. Nope. That one? Now I've just confused myself. Is it the smallest one? And I'm just... It looks big. I know there's people out there just looking at this going, that one. That took way too long. So we'll put the water pump on. And we put the alternator on after that, or the generator, depending. They've got different names for older cars. I think it's a generator, I think it's an alternator. I'm not sure what the difference is. I think they pretty much do the same thing. Okay, I've just skipped some, so I don't know. Oh, perfect. We've got some nuts in this one. There we go. Bolt on the other side. I can't remember if there's any parts with different size nuts and bolts on it. So that's pretty much ready for you. And you. Did a hiccup there. Same size. Excellent. See? No. There we go. We're getting there, guys. Getting there slowly. Sort of a couple of hiccups, so that's okay. As long as we figure them out, that's the important thing. As long as you keep learning. There's one there, and think there's one on top. Oh, this might be a different size. Yeah, I think this one's different sizes. There's that one there. And this one's a bit bigger, I believe. I really like not having to keep on turning this thing around on the workbench. How I clicked it in is you put it in position, you pop this all the way down, and then these bolts will appear. You tighten them up and it'll sort of like move around us a little bit. Just go save the game, come back, and it'll pretty much be floating there. So yeah, them two are on. Belt. And the belt can go on. No, I am forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Have I not tightened everything up? Everything lines up. Everything's bolted in. Maybe it wants that to be in a little bit. So we'll do that. Does that help? Did, I think. Excellent. Alright. Just put this out just a little bit. We won't turn it up yet. We'll do that a bit later. When we start the engine, we can go make sure it doesn't... We don't want it too tight because it'll break the belt. And we don't want it too loose because we'll probably lose the belt. It'll squeal a lot as well. The first playthrough of this game, I went to put the oil pump on, and I didn't know why it was leaking oil. I had all the bolts done up and everything. That wasn't in properly, so you just remember to scroll the wheel for that. A lot of scrolling for all the bolts and everything. So all the front and everything's done. I think leave it here for this episode. It's pretty much done. Don't want this video to go too long, so I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment if you feel so. Subscribe if you wish to see more content like this. Most importantly, have a great day and fulfilling life. See you next time.